Bring you some of those facts, some of those anecdotes, some of those stories we've been tracking that are blowing our minds. This one, pretty cool because it forces us to think way outside of the box. Not just outside of this box, but outside of our solar system.
Currently tracking a comet. That alone is not all that impressive. They do that fairly often. But this one is unlike any other that's been tracked before. A comet from a different solar system.
The comet was first detected on August 30th by scientists at the Margot Observatory in Crimea. Although the official confirmation is that the comet is interstellar has not yet been made. It's got astronomers over the moon with happiness because it would only be the second object to be detected as such. The first was observed and confirmed back in October of 2017.
Check out this image from the Hubble Space Telescope. It looks like just two dots, but it shows the first identified comet to arrive here from another star, the blue dot right there on the right. It arrived from outside our solar system, and on Sunday, the comet passed within 190 million miles of Earth as it continues through our solar system. This is only the second observed interstellar object to cross into our solar system.
And when the data started coming in and the orbit was plotted, it was quickly realized that this comet is on an interstellar trajectory. So it's not bound to our solar system like the comets that we're used to observing.
We're going interstellar. So just weeks after the discovery of the second ever comet from outside our solar system, astronomers have now detected gas being emitted from its surface. This is the first hint of what an interstellar traveler is actually made of. Really, really interesting. Wow. So this is only the second time that we've detected an object that has come from outside our solar system, which makes it obviously really important from a research perspective and understanding how similar or different our system is to other galaxies out there. We want to believe that we're completely unique. Scientists hope to use this information to plan future missions to far-out planets within our own solar system, but also it's going to give us an idea of what to expect when we ultimately do go interstellar ourselves.
Which we will do.
It's going to happen.
We are going to do it.
Since we can just bend time, we'll do it. I mean, there you can get a sense of an asteroid. It's crazy, but it's ultimately we want to know that we're an anomaly in the universe, but maybe we are not. Maybe life is not an anomaly in the universe. Maybe we shall discover it. But obviously, you can understand why this has made the scientific fraternity so excited.
Discovery.
It's a big one.
Absolutely big discovery. Well, how's this one?
Cari fratelli e sorelle, nei giorni scorsi il segretario generale delle Nazioni Unite ha lanciato un appello per un cessate il fuoco globale e immediato in tutti gli angoli del mondo, richiamando l'attuale emergenza per il Covid-19 che non conosce frontiere. Un appello al cessate il fuoco totale. Mi associo a quanti hanno accolto questo appello e invito tutti a darvi seguito, fermando ogni forma di... L'impegno congiunto contro la pandemia possa portare tutti a riconoscere il nostro bisogno di rafforzare i legami fraterni come membri di unica famiglia. In particolare susciti nei responsabili delle nazioni e nelle altre parti in causa un rinnovato impegno al superamento delle rivalità. I conflitti non si risolvano attraverso la guerra. È necessario superare gli antagonismi e i contrasti mediante il dialogo e una costruttiva ricerca della pace.
Universe, you probably think colorful galaxies and star clusters. And those images that come to mind are likely from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, which provides us with an incredible window to the universe. And today marks 30 years in space for the Hubble.
This afternoon, New Hampshire's McAuliffe Shepard Discovery Center will reveal a never-before-seen photo from the Hubble Space Telescope. The Concord facility was chosen from an international competition to receive the new picture.
Since 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope has made nearly 1.5 million observations, 4 billion orbits around the Earth, and discoveries that have opened our eyes to the universe.
But also the process of discovery to get to that number also helped us reveal the fact that as the universe expands, it's actually accelerating, and that led us to the existence of dark energy. You mentioned black holes and being able to see black holes essentially at the center of every large galaxy. And then for me, I think one of the really sort of important observations that Hubble's been making is the chemical composition of the atmospheres of planets around other stars.
And has surprised scientists by showing us that the universe is expanding faster and faster as time goes on.
It's a fun puzzle, a totally unexpected one that was not part of the original plan when we launched Hubble. That's probably the most significant single discovery we've made. And as I said, it was in conjunction with other telescopes because it was such a surprising and non-intuitive discovery that everybody had to get in on it.
To celebrate its 30th birthday, NASA released a new image showing just how beautiful the universe is.
This is basically a stellar nursery. It's an area in the sky, a cloud of dust and gas, where this material is coming together and forming other solar systems.
March 28th for me gives us this Ghost Head Nebula, named for the two bright areas that look like the eyes of a ghost.
In addition to the wonderful science we get out of these things, they're extremely valuable just in terms of the artistic merit of some of these photos. They are so beautiful, and you go anywhere and you see these pictures in books and movies on people's walls, and I think that's one reason that Hubble has touched people so much, is that it gives each and every person something to appreciate, to understand the scale of the universe and the beauty of the universe that's out there.
And for that we say, happy 30th birthday, Hubble.
It's pretty remarkable to think on that and to understand that.
Yeah, and yet when I think about greater responsibility, I think that the most important aspect of that responsibility is the responsibility to walk humbly before your God. It's the loss of humility. It's when you begin to think that you don't stink anymore. It's like that's the danger.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for us to keep close enough to people around us that our vulnerability is in a way kept before us all the time. Yeah, but I think it's the loss of humility, and as I say that, I'm frightening myself, because the moment you say you've got it, it's gone. Yeah. But even that, the recognition that humility is not native to my nature, it's a gifting of God, I believe. And it comes as a consequence of God knocking us down. And that's the way I look at it. As I think that we need to allow God to knock us down so that we don't have to get to a place where we're so lifted up that somebody else has to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk about the examples that you're using before, people who have fallen into certain things. And it's just made me think of, to anybody who said, I'm not an adulterer, I'm not a murderer, Jesus just raised the bar. Said, if you've ever, hated your brother in your heart, you're guilty.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as I lose that perspective, when I start thinking that I'm innocent, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. He had the right to do with people as he chose, which is often the case in cultures where human life becomes devalued. Sometimes people don't understand why the issue or the controversy or discussion between creation and evolution matters. But the reason why it matters is because evolution says we came from nothing, we are nothing, and we will return to nothing. So that human life, if you're true to your beliefs as an evolutionist, has no value, no worth. There is no sense of right and wrong. There is no morality. Even those who promote evolution argue that the reason people are moral is because we find out it's the best way to survive. But the simple fact is that people behave in immoral ways even knowing that they're self-destructive. I've never met an alcoholic or a drug addict who didn't know he was destroying himself, but he just couldn't stop because of his addictive passions and the fact that he preferred to numb his emotions rather than have to face them. So that the idea that people would choose to have a value system that says you have no value is one of the most confusing things to me in all the world. What makes creationism, if you don't even give it a scientific argument, it's the fact that it alone puts value on you. When it says that you're made in the image of God, you become valuable inherently and purposely. Your life takes on a nobility. And it's a nobility that we feel called to live up to. I love it in the Chronicles of Narnia where Lewis was talking about King Aslan and how about that we were all descended from Adam and Eve who were kings and lords of ancient times. And he said, based upon that alone, it became incumbent to us to live noble lives.